The monsters are staged for the semifinals. Invader, Equalizer. Ray Perkowski turning in an average time of 4.27. Equalizer's 3.82 seconds, considerably faster. But things change in monster truck racing. And can Equalizer make it 3 in a row? We'll find out. Ray Perkowski doesn't think it's going to happen. He wants to be in the finals. The two trucks sit on the starting line, waiting for the green light. It's thumbs up, and showtime! Side by side, and then Equalizer pulls it out! Equalizer pulls it out with just a scant hundredths of a second between the two of them. Equalizer's in the finals.
Invader gave it his best shot, and I shot him right out of the race. It's time to make another star. Dust.
This track belongs to David Morris here in Florida. He knows how to drive this course up and over, and he is in the finals. Equalizer just running great. Invader has problems on the starting line. The bounce is where it happens. He doesn't have the horsepower to go against Equalizer. Something's wrong with that big Ford.
David, congratulations on a semifinal victory over Invader. Tell me about that one. You seem to keep picking the left lane. I know you like this straight line course, but I guess you favor that left lane.
Right, you know, everybody takes their pick over the lanes, and I feel like I can run better in the left lane, you know, so that's one I'd like to stick with.
Okay, you've beaten Kodiak, you've beaten Predator, you've beaten Invader. Now you're going into the finals. It'll either be Barefoot or Taurus, and both those guys were up there in the points last year, 1 and 2.
Right, you know, Barefoot or Taurus, it doesn't matter which one of them you have to run because both those guys are, you know, tough racers.
Who will face Equalizer in the finals? It could be Taurus, but first he's got to get past the world champion Barefoot. Jim Davidson caught up with Jackie right before the race.
Jackie, you've been spending a lot of time working on the truck in between rounds here. It seems as though, what, a cracked frame first?
Yeah, the frame was broken first, and then I broke some cracked shock bolts, and then the last time my oil pump was broke, so I've had a little bit of trouble all night. But
well, tell me how the engine's running. You got that new McGee in there. You've been running it in 1993. Is it going well so far?
Well, it's not running real good tonight. The air's a little different and stuff, and it acts like the motor's too fat on fuel, so we leaned it way down, and we're just going to give it our best shot.
Sounds like nothing but problems for Taurus, and he's going up against the world champion Barefoot. He's got to be concerned about that.
Well, now, I've experienced the bad luck of a Chicago. That means newcomer, and Jackie had a tough time, too. But mark my words, as the spirit of the Wild, Wild West courses through my veins, this Wrangler is coming back with a vengeance.
The problem-plagued Taurus prepares to go against the world champion Barefoot. Taurus, average time 3.79 seconds. Barefoot, 3.67. A short but tough course here at the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. They are lined up. The green light will give them the go, and it's showtime. Barefoot and Taurus, and Barefoot wheelies 3/4 of the track. Barefoot, I don't know if he was showing off or if he was just excited and went for the win, but he won it on 2 wheels. Over the line, in the air. Look at this. Woo! High-flying Barefoot is in the finals against Equalizer. Taurus, he had a good run, but nothing to compare to the world champion. He's going to have to wait to another, more lucky day to take out Barefoot. Tonight, it's Barefoot and Equalizer in our finals. The picture tells the story.
Brad, the semis against Taurus, and you're doing a little showboating. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but a little wheelie there in between. Kind of a nifty move.
Jim, really wasn't on purpose. Taurus is a real tough competitor, and as you know, when I come over that first set of cars, I put it right to the floor and sit back and let that Dodge motor do the work, and the thing, wheel standing on me, I knew I couldn't let off. I just kept my foot in it. You don't let off again people like Taurus, and just luckily we came out real good over the second set of cars, and it was a real good run.
Folks, we're heading to the finals. It's going to be Equalizer and Barefoot. The war's coming up.
Barefoot and Equalizer are, the two monster warriors are getting set for battle. Defending world champion Fred Schaefer is driving the big, bad red bear, and David Morris is playing it cool blue in the Equalizer. He's looking to be the first truck to win back-to-back contests in Monster Wars. Joe Lowe, take it home.
They are lined up and ready to go. Barefoot and Equalizer. How did Barefoot get here? Well, he had to do a lot of work. He took out First Blood in round number 1, Tropical Thunder in number 2, and defeated Taurus in the semis. Equalizer. He went against Kodiak in round number 1 and came out on top, then Predator in number 2 and took out the Invader in the semifinals. And now it's down to these two trucks. We started with 10, we've brought them down to 2, and in just a few moments, we'll find out who's going to reign victorious, number 1 in Jacksonville, Florida. Barefoot and Equalizer. Both trucks are staged waiting for the green light. It is showtime! It's Equalizer off the line. Barefoot battles back. Who won it? Side by side, they go across the finish line. We've seen close matchups here tonight, but this final was something. I'm going to have to see the replay. On the finish line, Barefoot. Barefoot may have had him by inches. Equalizer with that lead right on the early start. Barefoot battles back, and yes, Barefoot is first across the line. Barefoot gets the win. A tough break for Equalizer.
In this particular race, Barefoot got the best of me and rose to the top. But come next week, the others will wish they never came face to face with me at all.
What a war we've seen here today. The winner, Barefoot. Jim Davidson is with the world champ.
Fred, congratulations. I know you're living under the philosophy you can never have too many crowns to your name, but here you are. You won another one. We're in Jacksonville. You're once again champion.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. I'll tell you, David Morris, the Equalizer, he's one of the toughest competitors we got out there, and I really didn't know who was going to win this thing. I just give it everything I got.
Well, tell me about that run. You really did mash it the whole way through.
When I came over with that first set of cars, I tried to be on the light and come over with that first set of cars, and we got just a little bit of bounce in the front end. And when I hit that throttle, the thing just stood on the rear wheels and just kept going. And I knew I couldn't let off. You can't let off against a guy like David Morris. That's it. And we hit the second set of cars nice and square, and it came right out on the front end and just landed perfect.
Where are all these wheelies coming out of?
It's that horsepower in that Dodge motor. I'm getting used to all that power now, and I can put that pedal to the floor now. It's working out real well.
I just think you're a little adrenaline pumped.
Thanks, Jim. I am.
Big win for Fred Schaefer. It's his second victory of the season. He moves up to second place overall on our Monster Point scoreboard. Gravedigger vacates the top spot this week due to an early round disqualification. So David Morris now sits atop the Monsters, but only 14 points separate the top 3 trucks. Taurus is holding steady in 4th place, followed by Predator and Invader. And down at the bottom of the list, First Blood better start sinking his teeth into the battle to make up lost ground. For Jim Davidson and Joe Lowe, I'm LuAnn Lee. We'll roll back into your home next week and every week for more Monster Wars.